Hey friends, today I want to talk about setting your intention for the new year with a word or words to help guide your thinking and your decisions in 2022. Hey y'all, and welcome to the channel. If you're new here or seeing this for the first time, my name is Derek and I'm a husband and father based in Colorado. And this channel is all about becoming a better husband, becoming a better father, and just learning to genuinely live more fulfilling, healthier lives. And today I want to talk about having a word or words for the year and kicking off the new year by setting your intention on what you want. So in previous years, I've set goals. I've attempted new habits for the new year. I've even had word or words for the new year. And they always got derailed for one reason or another. And I'm sure you can relate. It's very common to start New Year's resolutions. I think the stat is something like 80% of people fail their resolutions within the first month or something crazy. And so as I come into 2022, I'm a little bit hesitant or reticent to try to do some big goal setting thing or anything like that. But at the same time, I don't want to I don't want to fail miserably, but I also don't want to go into the new year lazy, and I don't want to not have something to look forward to. And so as I reflect on what I'm looking forward to in 2022, as I kind of journaling, praying, doing some different prompts, there are two words that kind of stuck out to me. And when I asked the question, where do I feel the most fulfilled, or when did I feel the most alive in my life? And if you've ever asked that question, usually I think you begin to reflect back to your childhood. What was I like as a kid? What did I like to do? And so there are two things that came to mind when I was reflecting on that question. What are the times that I felt the most free, especially as a kid? One of those times was exploring in the woods. My family has this property, this farm in central Texas. And as a kid, we would go hunting. I'm not the hunting type, Sorry, Dad. But I loved to go out in the woods and just explore, just walk around, find new rocks I've never seen or new trees, go down to the riverbed and just listen to the sound of the creek run. I loved that. And then the second thing as a kid was I loved to be on wheels. I loved to rollerblade or bike riding, or I used to have one of those old John Deere green tractors, the plastic ones for kids, not a real one. And I loved that thing. And so these two ideas just kept constantly bubbling up. And the words I boiled them down to are exploration and movement. Exploration and movement. So my goal for 2022 is to incorporate more exploration and movement into my daily life. So what are some of those things? Well, in the past, I've always come back to wanting to write, to wanting to make videos, to want to teach. At my core, I know I'm a teacher. I love to teach. I love to help people understand things that maybe they didn't understand before. I love to learn, but recently, or really over the last several years, I've let my mind get puffed up with knowledge. I haven't shared those things through any outlets. I haven't written. I've not made videos. I've not done any teaching in a church or anything like that, which is some things that I used to do. And I really feel like for this new year, part of my exploration and movement is to get into a flow with those things specifically, because I have the heart of a teacher. I am someone who wants to impart wisdom and knowledge and help others, live their lives, kind of reach a new level in their life, in their marriage, in their family and parenting, in their relationships, with their faith, and kind of whatever avenue. Those are the things I'm quite passionate about. Now, I'm not a sharer. I'm actually a very private person. And, my wife and I will have a conversation about how, she likes to share on social media. She'll share anything with anyone. It seems like, that's not true, but it seems like it, at least to me, and I'm very private. I don't share anything on social media. If I'm even on social media, which I'm largely not. So this is a little bit of a step out for me to want to actually share and teach and make videos or write blog posts or whatever, do podcasts, But my wife has helped me see that if I actually do have the heart of a teacher, then it would be incredibly beneficial for people to hear what I have to share, what I have to say, my unique spin, my unique experience on things. I tend to fall back on like everything you could ever want to know or learn, it's already online. What is it that I have to add that would be better than what's out there? And the truth is, I actually don't think it's a lot. But I do know we're drawn to certain kinds of people and certain personalities and experiences and life stages. And so, you know what? I feel like I'm, in a sense, one, I'm robbing myself of joy, but I'm also robbing other people. I'm robbing you of joy if I don't take the step to share the knowledge that I have, to share things that I actually do believe will help you, will help other people in their daily lives. So if I say I live to teach, why wouldn't I share? Hence this video and this channel. So to make sure that I lean into exploration and movement in the new year, I need to be aware of what will get in the way. As with any good goal or thing that you're going to focus on, you need to know what's going to get in your way. What are the obstacles ahead of you? So for me, it sounds really silly to say, but I'm often too responsible. Yes, my top strength in StrengthsFinder is responsibility, which I think is a super lame strength to have. It just means I do what I say I'm going to do, right? It's sort of like a superhero, his superpower is being faithful or loyal. It's just lame. Like nobody watches a movie about that. And so for me, like that gets in the way because I over-focus on my external environment and on the needs of other people, specifically my family. So I'm constantly thinking about what my wife might need or what my kids might need. I'm constantly thinking about how do I keep the house clean? How do I make sure the dishes are done? How do I make sure, for me, it goes back to expenditure of energy. Constantly thinking about how do I make sure I'm not expending too much energy so that I might have some left over, which is really a scarcity mindset. I'll talk about that in another video. So I over-focus on the external environment, but I downplay my internal environment. I downplay my internal world, my soul. I neglect my soul. And so part of moving into, exploring and movement is it's actually putting time and attention and focus and energy on my soul, on myself, which feels wrong at times. I play the self-sacrificing martyr. I will lay down my life for my family. And there's no question about that. Like my family knows that as well. But what's missing in my life, what's been missing in my life are those kind of passion projects, those desires that I've just neglected. I've neglected because I'm too responsible and I over-focus on my external environment. So, I don't want to look back on 2022 or on other years and think, what could have been different? What would have been if I would have, X, Y, Z? What would be different if I'd written more, recorded more, played more, cycled more, whatever. I don't want to have those regrets. You can't not have any regrets. I think that's just going to happen. It's part of living life. You do some things you shouldn't, you don't do some things you should. But, for 2022, if I'm going to get laser focused, it's I want to unearth or cultivate that exploration and movement that I know is so life-giving for my heart and soul. And one of those things is to teach. And so that's why I'm sitting in front of this camera and teaching. And it's why I want to continue to do that in the new year. So here's my kind of plan of attack. Here's what I know I need in order to succeed. Number one, silence and solitude. I need time to reflect, to think. So that means waking up earlier than I have been. I mean, waking up before the kids and the family. So that I can reflect, I can write, I can pray, I can create, I can ideate. I know I need that silence and solitude, that time to myself every single day. So I got to do that. The second thing is schedule the activities. So schedule the things that I know I want to do. Michael Hyatt says, what gets scheduled gets done. And I have been preaching that for years and not living it. I'll tell other people that. I'll tell my wife that, but I will completely neglect that for myself. I won't schedule. And so I know I need to make sure that I schedule these things in. I need to schedule time to write. I need to schedule time to produce videos. I need to schedule time to edit. I need to schedule time to figure out the topics I want to teach or talk about. That's got to be a priority. And then lastly, support from my amazing wife. And I put it in here as a point, not because I'm not getting it. I 100% am. She is an amazing supporter and encourager of me. Yeah, come in. Popcorn. Thank you. I appreciate this. Little record snack. I wouldn't be doing this, honestly, if it wasn't for her. And she sees my effort and my desire and what I pour into our family. And she oftentimes is fighting for my heart and soul more than I'm doing it myself. And so I know that, we need to make sure we're on the same page, connected, coordinating, planning, scheduling, all of that, so that she also gets what she needs. So now it's your turn. What are the goals or habits you want to focus on for the new year? What are the words that you have for the year? What's your focus? Do you have a central theme that you want to guide your year, your decisions, your thinking, your relationships, your work, your hobbies? I would love to know. Share in the comments below, and I'll see you in the next video. How'd it work? That's good. Pretty good at this. Okay.